Hi, YouTube. I hope you're all doing good. I'm doing way better than yesterday. Yeah, that was a rough day. Sometimes we just have them, right? But I made up for it already today. I think I just really overdid myself, overextended my energy. Um, and I don't ever want to get violently sick again like I was. Um, and I used to just really push myself, and I had pushed myself pretty hard the day before, so cheers, everybody. But sometimes you got to do that too, I think, just to make sure your body can still do that, really, really, you know. Oh, that's yummy. Colombian, yum, coffee. Uh, anyway, I don't know. I suppose, do they make whiskey in Colombia? I don't know. Even when I drank, I don't think I came across a Colombian whiskey, but oh no. Yeah, that's a good question. Hey, no, I bet they do. They probably have a distillery where they distill whiskey and make beer and wine and God knows what. People are people all over the world. So a lot of people, and or me myself, I never used to really think of other countries having the drugs like we do here in the United States, but then I keep going back to like ancient times and opium dens, and it's like, wow, get a grip. Just even in Egypt, there were great chemists in Egypt, and people think that people were just crawling out of caves and didn't wear any clothes and these types of things. Like there were no major technologies that the super rich would keep from the super poor. It's like when they say, um, well, I've said like extraterrestrial, but they have another word for, well, they'll say interstellar. Now, stellar doesn't necessarily mean solar. And then they'll say, um, our solar system. Well, solar is light, and terra firma, extraterrestrial, and the planets were put in the firmament, you know. This is all extra land. Um, Even if it were a holograph, the same connection to where we came from to where we're going. If you want to talk about interdimensional, that could still have to do with what people refer to as a universe. I refer to as uh, like if everything's connected, how could it be a unit anything? You know, I don't know. And people literally are not conjoined like that. Yeah, we're connected etherically, but we're not connected like conjoined twins or anything. Even they have different personalities from one another, so nobody's like exactly the same. There's no way psychology could get a grip on everybody's situation, even though human minds, um, we're all created equal, we all have the same capacities, unless there's physical abnormalities. And that would be physical, like some psychosis can um, stem from head injuries, you know. So, there's a lot of scammers out here and on YouTube land, and there's a lot of liars. I just don't trust people like I used to. I read way deep into what people are saying, and you know, I was gonna speak on a few things that I know to be one thing I will say. I ran across somebody that's getting like care from the benefits of stem cells, and it said that from aborted babies they get these cells and whatnot. And I'll just leave it at there for today. Um, I wish everybody the best if they're sick, um, or if they're in another country avoiding their child support, whatever people do. Um, that's what they do, and that's on them. And yeah, I read way deep because I know people really well. It's hard to, you don't pull one over on me. I'll get it. I'll catch it. You know, it's the way it is. So yeah, there is time. The only thing, it's like, and the theme of my video today is going to be um like the old days of prejudice. Um, and I'll get there in a minute. Uh, I think. No, I'll go there. I mean, I'm going to talk to you for a little while here, but there was something else I was going to say on that. Yeah, it's about knowing people. It's about not pulling shit over on me. And the biggest thing, and I'll get back to everything. That's no problem. I don't have a problem with that. Um, Usually, but there's a certain sect of people out there that think if they lie to you and you buy it, that's on you. They were raised with this religion. That's who they are. It's not that they're not giving you part truths or they're not having a rough time. It's that they don't work a manual job like you or I have. And no, I'm not jealous. Hey, check me out. 66 next month. And no, there's nothing about nobody, not even their money that I would trade nothing, absolutely nothing. Not even what I do in my life, not even putting up with who I put up with because I know my rewards that I will reap. That's what I was going to say. Yes, there's a time to pick a side. There's things we pick sides against, um, racial things as absolutely not it. Politics, religion, yeah, there's shit I'm gonna pick a side on, baby, and I'm gonna pick it so hard. If I pick my nose, you're gonna fucking feel it. That's how hard I'm gonna pick it. You get it? Like, whether or not little children should have affirmation on changing their genders, before they're even an adult. There's certain things I'm deadly passionate about, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna pick a side. I'm not your fucking leftist out here. I'm not right or left. I'm anti-evil. I'm anti-liar for a fact. You want to lie, you're gonna get sick. You want to be a dink? Yeah, you'll be sick. You aren't getting sick from hard work. That's what will keep you from getting sick. And we have everything within our body to keep our body strong with the blood of Christ within us, our willpower and the help from our Father. And mark my words, physician, heal yourself. There is not anything you can't cut out of your life, like alcohol and the bullshit you eat, that you can't become stronger than you were the day before. And you can't convince me anything else. And as far as CANCER, they cured that shit a long time ago. Don't you ever read medical journals? Don't you know what you're talking about? You'd go to a doctor and trust that before you would educate yourself on what you can do to detox and get rid of your own shit. Cancer's in everything. It's everybody. It's what you do, your lifestyle and your choices that brings that about in you. That's a fact. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna chill here a minute. I don't like liars, even if it's part truth and half truths. I only accept the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help you, God. Better help your dumbasses. So yeah, I'll be picking a side. Somebody else doesn't want it. That's okay, Cupcake. I can deal with that. But we pick sides around here. you know. Oh, yeah, and Doug was talking about all this racial bullshit, that's going on. He said, try being a little girl walking through the ghetto, he was talking about me. Or he's like, or a little white guy up on the reservation. And I'm like, yeah, you lived through that and you want to tell us about prejudice. Try being a part native in a totally white adopted family. Try that on for size. You ever been beat by your blue-eyed master? Yes, sure have. Try that on since you were a baby. You want to talk about prejudice and these who still run the United States and the red people should? Yeah, I'll talk about it. Oh, yeah. I miss the good old days of prejudice, don't you? Yeah. And we've all been there no matter what skin color we are and no matter what country we are, and they always play that card against each other. Or it's either the world leaders that are doing it or the people individually. It's like that's why I'm so proud to be such a mutt. I just love being able to represent everybody and saying, "Oh yeah, me too, me too, me too." You know, you fucking freaks, you whiny ass bitches out there. Get a job, even if you can't work full time. Work part time. You'll make your world go around. And even if you're sick, doing something is good for you. Not working a full time job, no, but a person could work a little here and there and get side jobs here and there. And unless you're in a country where jobs are hard to find and you're trying to avoid things because you're scum. But if not, yeah, whatever. Can't prove a thing. I'm just talking about somebody that is part scamming people. They are. He is. you know, not a total scam. He put himself in a predicament. These two people moved out of the United States, and I know why they did. It was not for health care. The health care was needed because of their lifestyles. I'm not saying they didn't have, like I have chronic illnesses that I have to take care of. and I address all the time. And I have to keep myself strong. That's part of it. But I know this one person I'm talking about, I have known for well over a decade. I would say probably going on 13 years or more. I've known of him and he knows me. One time all I did was say something buddy on a live stream and then LOL, and this MF went fucking ballistic. Like Doug said, also like the demon came out of him. I said, oh yeah, it's just like this boss we used to have, Perry Lindbergh. Doug made this demon spin around in circles. He was so pissed. Another dude, Doug had him almost levitating. He was so fucking, little things, just with words, you know. But yeah, I had this dude, he turned red. He went like to the side, to the side. He almost spun around in his chair. He was so fucking mad. Everybody else thought I was just kind of being nice. And I was being kind, but I was not being nice. And he knew it. He caught it, man. He went off. And through the rest of his whole live stream, he was just agitated because he wanted to give people parts truths about the science of parasites and worms within the human body and how they can be directed by the dark force and whatnot. And he was going to dole it out instead of just say it as clear and as quickly as I just did there, that you can detox yourself and keep in close connection with God and keep healthy like that. And that's how you do it. Cheers. And that's how quick that information could have been told to you. But why ask the dummy microbiologist that wrote an article over on two of them over on morgellon.org about the unknown fluke that was found in her blood by the CDC with the tests and everything I've been through with the Mayo Clinic? Why ask the fucking dummy anything? Just wing it yourself because you're of that certain heritage that I won't claim. So you wing that shit and you milk these hardworking people for their money, and I'll just sit here and watch you do it. Is that it? No, that's not it. I'm picking a side. I'm on the side of right or wrong. I'm on the right side. So, yeah. Just little things like that, or trying to sell like copper jewelry. Um, that's poisonous to people, and you can get overload. Copper is a heavy metal. Any jewelry you wear, and besides that, not just hexes or which are real, but actual metal alchemy with craft and intent behind it. That if you like it, for instance, if you have a wedding ring on, your abilities to communicate with your spouse through that and the dark force on this planet with that, or something around your neck or metal on your skin. Makeup has metal in it. Colognes have metal in it. Food has added metal in there. um, Things that you have to really be aware of what you're putting in yourself, you know. So they were gonna try and sell this cheap ass fucking, excuse me, um, I have a most extraordinary piece of copper jewelry um, that's got engraved wolves with a moon on it, and starburst, and on a rock, little tiny rectangles that are chained together with that image of this wolf. And it's a absolutely gorgeous bracelet that I won't wear, but it is a beautiful piece of jewelry. But to see this cheap ass shit they were gonna sell and then not tell people how poisonous it was, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we gave somebody was staying with them, some guy, and these people that used to be married, and they had given them one of these pendants. There was like pendants and bracelets, or pendants and earrings, or I don't know." But I had to tell people about it on there. I don't hate this person. I just disrespect him on a kind of not a grand scale, but a pretty big one. You know, enough to oppose him, enough to watch what he's doing. And I did not watch his live stream last night. I was going to just lay off and lay low, but then I heard somebody else mention that there was some sickness problems going on with his girlfriend, and it all bothered me on many levels, but I wish them the best. But I counted 3 times. I wish he had kept his mouth shut because I could tell different. So, um, I wish people the best. That's all. But they really should come back to America because avoiding situations, and actually, if people don't care about babies actually being aborted for that reason that they call cells, STEM, uh, and the research and the drugs that go along with that in black market countries and that type of thing, you might not know what you're supporting. Oh, yeah, I gotta calm down. Oh, wow. It's heavy, people. Some deep, dark shit going on in this world, you know. So, yeah. There's other ways to save your life, and it's all within us. You're gonna watch me. You're gonna watch me age. A lot of you have seen me out here for almost 20 years, but you're gonna watch me age with grace and strong along the way, no matter what happens to me. You'll see me, you've seen me with broken bones, stroke, horse squished me, all kinds of things. But they're not going to stop me. And I'm going to show you how it's done with no drugs except for my herb, which I just started smoking about, again, about, I quit when my kids were little, or when I was pregnant, and then when they were little. Well, one time I smoked because I was so sick I had to eat something and it helped otherwise. And then after that, it was like 10 years here, 10 years there, and then I went about the last 10 years I've been smoking again. Or not even, I think yeah, it's about 10 years now again. So, not constantly, but the last year it's been pretty constant. So, microdosing, little hits here and there. That's what I do. And I do enjoy it. So, and I don't care who says what about nothing, my cigarettes or anything else. You may not know what you're talking about. Oh, and did you know that there's a drug that's developed out of nicotine that actually helps with cancer? They advertise it here on YouTube. Well, when Doug had started smoking again, he said, tell them it's the cure for the blank blank, 18, 19, And I said, no, I can't do that on here, you know. But anyway. Yeah, can't talk about anything like an adult anymore, even if your videos like mine are rarely I'll put if it's marked for a kid. But even on the top of my channel, it says adult conversations. Well, I don't think that any adult but a parent should be able to talk to a child about gender at all. Sexuality, gender, nothing until they're in 7th grade. I'm serious. That's up to the parents. In elementary school, these freaks have no business talking to these little people about those types of things. And that's what they are, is freaks. If they think they have that authority at all, that they're criminal. My kid came to me and said, I want to be a girl today. I'd be like, okay, you little creep, go clean your room. I don't care what gender you are. Get your bed made, and if you want to eat supper, after you go to the bathroom and wash your hands, you can tell me if you're a boy or a girl. That'll determine, because from what I understand, most little girls eat less than little boys, so, you know. I wonder these trans men if their eating habits changed when they transition. Probably they don't get what is that? Frozen dinner, hungry man or hungry jack? Hungry man dinners, yeah. Hungry girl dinners. And, I tried my hardest. I wasn't even gonna speak on nothing like nobody else's channel because and they're asking for money. It's like, well, I put it in God's hands that they do make it uh, with lifestyle changes that they need. I know. I was a treatment specialist, a trained medical assistant in a treatment facility, and a counselor. I know what's up. They need help, yes, but not quite how they're saying, you know. Keep the stuff out of their guts and their noses, and they'll be doing okay. Back to life. Yes, the eyes are the window to the soul. If there's a soul there. Anyway, well, that's probably about it for today. Just really saying hello and letting you know that, yeah, I'm still alive. People really need to start staking their souls on whether they're being honest or not. That's so easy to do. Just do it. What's the big deal? If you're honest, What are you fearing? You know, I'll pick a side on whether you stake your soul on your honesty or not. There's my picking my side. All right, everybody. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.